Brought to you by DK Audio.
DK Audio presents What If You Didn't Make Snot? And Other Amazing Human Body Questions by Emma Young, read by Aster-Stubberfield. Warning. This book discusses some funny and outrageous questions around the human body. These are not experiments to be tried out, and the publisher cannot accept any liability for any injury or damage should a listener attempt to do so. What if you were totally covered in hair? Imagine having thick hair all over your body like a Highland cow. You'd never hear, "Don't forget your coat," again. And you wouldn't ever get told off for getting your clothes filthy, because you wouldn't need any. But would life be different in other ways too? Hair hotspots. You already have a few patches of thicker hair, but what are they actually for? Your hairiest bits are your head. You have about 100,000 head hairs. They keep your head warm in the cold and protect it from the heat of the sun. Eyelashes. You have about 420 eyelash hairs. One of their jobs is to keep nasty dust out of your eyes. Tiny mites can live in your eyelashes. Eyebrows. You have about 600 eyebrow hairs. They also trap dust and sweat. Amazing eyebrows. Eyebrows have other uses apart from trapping dust. They help us to signal how we're feeling to other people. When we're surprised, our eyebrows shoot up. When we're cross, they squeeze together. They're also surprisingly useful for helping us to recognize each other. Your only completely hairless bits are the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. Hair holes. Your hairs grow out of little holes in your skin called hair follicles. You have about 5 million hair follicles spread almost all over your body. That's actually about the same number as for a chimp. It's just that your hair is much thinner than a chimp's. It's thought that our move to wispy hair helped our ancient ancestors stay cool as they left forests to live in more open, hotter areas. All the hair you can see above your skin's surface is dead. That's why it doesn't hurt when it's cut. Hairs grow from a root at their base. Head lice can live in your hair and suck your blood. So, what if you were totally covered in hair? The answer? In fact, you are already almost completely covered in hair. But if all that hair was thick, you couldn't use your eyebrows to signal how you're feeling. You might also struggle to recognize your friends, and you could easily overheat. You'd also get through a lot more shampoo. What if you never cut your nails? Getting your nails cut is a hassle, isn't it? So what would happen if you stopped? Not because you've decided to bite them instead. Adults are right about that one. It's not a great idea. Partly because it can stop nails from growing normally. But what if you just let them grow? Why have nails at all? Apart from upsetting adults when they get dirty, what are nails good for? Some of their uses include protecting the delicate tips of your fingers and your toes, helping to pick up small items, scratching an itch. With all 10 added together, the world's longest fingernails measured 13 meters, or 43 feet. Fingernails grow 2 to 3 times faster than toenails. Nails and claws. Your nails are mostly made up of a tough substance called keratin. So are a cat's claws, an eagle's talons, and the outer bits of a horse's hooves. You'll also find keratin in your hair, and even the top layer of your skin. Most animals' nails wear down through use. They don't have to cut them. Always growing. Like your hair, your nails grow from the bottom, not the top. Their roots are buried under the skin right at the base of your nails. As new nail forms there, it pushes the older bit out. This older part gets flatter and harder, and your nail gets longer. Your lazy hair stops growing after a while, but your nails don't. If you don't cut them, and they don't break, they'll keep on getting longer, and longer, and longer. Nail that sticks out at the end dries and turns white. The pink bit is attached to the skin underneath. So, what if you never cut your nails? The answer? If you never cut your nails, they would just keep on growing. But if you want to beat the world record for the longest fingernails, that won't be easy. Each one would need to be about as long as you are tall right now, which might make it hard to get dressed, or write, or do lots of things. What if you could take off your skin? If you're thinking, not a good idea, you'd be right. If you looked in the mirror, you'd look completely different. You'd see shiny strips of muscle and bone and the hard bits of your nose. The good news is that nothing would fall out. Your organs, muscles and so on would all stay where they are. But that's definitely where the good news ends. Keeping things out. The skin you can see is just the top layer. It's very thin, but it's made of minute blocks of the same tough stuff as your nails. Its job is to stop things such as germs, water and dirt from getting inside you. If you lost this layer, rain would soak right in. A lot of house dust is dead skin. In your life, you'll shed 35 kilograms or 77 pounds of it. Keeping things in. You can probably see some veins through your skin. These veins are attached to the underside of your skin and are connected to bigger, deeper veins. If you took off your skin, the veins you can see would be ripped off those bigger, deeper veins, and your blood would pour out everywhere. Your thinnest skin is on your eyelids. Under the surface. Your skin has 3 layers. The top layer is a barrier. The middle layer has lots of jobs. It's home to cells that let you feel touch, cells that fight germs, the roots of your hairs. It is home to cells that let you feel touch, cells that fight germs, the roots of your hairs, blood vessels, and glands that make you sweat. The bottom layer is mostly fat. This layer is thin on your fingers, but thicker on your tummy. Fat keeps you warm and makes an important vitamin called vitamin D. So what if you could take off your skin? The answer? You would lose your heat and your sense of touch immediately, and germs would easily get inside you. But most importantly, your blood would pour out. Yes, you would die. What if your bones turned to jelly? Ugh. Just imagine if the bones in your arms, your legs, your spine, even your head, all turned to wobbly jelly. You don't need me to tell you that you'd be in big trouble. But you might be surprised by exactly which kinds of trouble. Tough bones. Your bones have different parts to help them do their job. They have a hard, tough outer layer. This gives them strength and means they don't break at every knock. A core that's full of tiny holes. These holes let blood flow through the bone and mean that your skeleton is light enough for you to lug around. Bones might look dead, but are very much alive. Our smallest bone in the ear is the size of a grain of rice. Bone nursery. Inside most big bones.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?